What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about the F-18. Real quick, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe. Only about 5% of my viewers have subscribed, and it helps out a lot. Also, big shout out to Swoozy. He got us the DCS footage that you see in the background. Also, feel free to just play this video and listen to the audio. It really is just talking with some F-18 DCS dogfights in the back. Okay, so the F-18 is, a aircraft people have familiarized themselves with quite a bit in recent times because it is the next big aircraft for warthunder. And the reason why I'm saying this jet is going to break the game is very, very simple. One, it's going to be coming out with, underperforming electronic countermeasures, which is going to happen. Gaijin's not going to model the correct ECMs or anything like that. But it's also going to be coming into the game, no matter what version they add, it's going to have a crap ton of air-to-air missiles. The F-18C, or the A+, can carry 12 air-to-air missiles, 10 of which are AIM-120s. So, no matter what happens, this jet arriving is going to break the game. First off, if you bring a jet in for, say, you bring the F-18C for Spain, or the F-18C for Finland, you're now giving the Finnish and German tech trees, if Germany gets the Hornet, or hell, you can even see Australian F-18s for Britain. So no matter what, nations that don't currently have a aircraft that carries 6 or more Fox 3s is going to get a massive jump to 10 or more Fox 3s. The 10 being, 10. So you could already see nations that don't have that ability to get that ability, which is going to make top tier even more unplayable because it's going to be Fox 3 spam. The other reason the Hornet is going to break the game is it simply is going to, okay? Now, the reason for this is it is a broken aircraft. It is good. It is scary good. Even if they model it incorrectly, the F-18 will break the game. It is too good at too many things. It is the United States Navy's primary multi-role air superiority aircraft, strike aircraft, since the 80s. Since the 90s. It retired the F-14, the A-7, it retired the A-6, the EA-6, the S-3. It also retired the last of the F-4 Phantoms. The F-18 retired a lot of aircraft. Not because it can do everything, because it can do everything very, very well. You need anti-submarine warfare capabilities. The Hornet can do it. You need strike capabilities. The Hornet can do it. You need air superiority missions. The Hornet can do it. You need mid-air refueling. The Hornet can do it. The Hornet can do everything. Meaning, in the game, even if it's not necessarily modeled correctly, or it's the best at certain things, in almost any fighting situation, it will be good enough to hold its own. Meaning, the Hornet isn't going to be one of those aircraft that you have a weakness to. Maybe it's not as good as an F-16 in a two-circle rate fight, but, it can hold its own in every situation. Even if it is inferior to aircraft in certain ways, it can do everything well. This isn't like an F-15 or an F-16 that you can maybe outdo in a Su-27 in the first turn, or maybe you're an F-16, you can outrate a Su-27 on the deck at rate. No, the Hornet can do everything well. And it does that with an absurd amount of weapons. It can carry AIM-120s, AGM-88 HARMs, JDAMs, GBUs, Mavericks. It's going to be an aircraft that, like it or not, I don't see how it can't break the game. Even say we take a step back and get the A for America without Fox 3s, it's flight model, guys. I mean, I know a lot of people say the Hornet isn't a realistic flight, like it's a terrible aircraft. Guys, it's not. Yeah, maybe DCS has it modeled incorrectly, which a lot of people claim. Maybe it's modeled incorrectly and in other people's eyes, but you can't deny it, guys. The Hornet is a game-changing aircraft. It can do everything. This aircraft should successfully be able to come in, replace, and for me, it's going to fully replace my ground RB lineup. I don't have a need to run an F-16 anymore. Now, I think the aircraft we're going to see in the next major, not October's update, but November's update, or December's update, the really big one, I think we're going to see the F-18. I think we're going to see the F-18, or the F-18A+, for the American tech tree. I think we're going to see the F-18C for Spain in Germany. Or we could see a Swiss. We could see a Switzerland F-18 for Germany. I think we're going to see maybe one for the French subtrees. Not real sure how that'd work. I'm sure we'll see one for Britain as an Australian Hornet. We'll definitely see a Finnish one in the Swedish tech tree. Plus, I mean, whatever subtrees they want to add, they could do they could do. I'm trying to think of nations that. There's a lot of nations that use the Hornet, guys. So I would expect the F-18C and the F-18A Plus to come. I'm gonna assume the A Plus will come for the U.S. And the reason I think Gaijin will do this is the American A Plus model is on par with other nations' F-18Cs. The U.S. really basically used the F-18A Plus to upgrade A model aircraft to the C standard. The reason I don't think the U.S. will go straight to an F-18C is that the F-18C is just a way, way better aircraft. So, recently Gaijin added the J-10. They talked about giving the J-10 more advanced air-to-air missiles, but they haven't done that. They wanted to see how the flight model did first. I think we'll see the same thing with the F-18. I think it will come with AIM-120As and AIM-9Ms, but I do think in an update after, depending on how the flight model works, if it doesn't completely shatter the game, we might see the AIM-9X Block 1 or another version of the AIM-120. Personally, I think we could see an AIM-9M Block 2 as well. That would make just slightly more sense to me personally, as people might freak out if we get 9Xs now. But keep in mind, the 9X Block 1 really just allows for more Gs off the rails quicker, for more off-board sight shooting. I don't remember for sure if the 9X Block 1 has IRCCM or not. I think it does, but it's not the same. There was something weird with that. I don't remember fully. You can Google that on your own time and tell me what your guys think's gonna come for the F-18 in the next major update in December. If it's gonna come, if it's going to break the game like people claim, or if it's gonna just be DOA, dead on arrival. The Hornet can't be DOA. It's impossible. It's the saver for so many nations, guys. This aircraft means Germany can get a good Fox 3 carrier. This means that Britain can get a more capable Fox 3 carrier. Same with Finland, a more capable Fox 3 carrier with more air-to-air missiles. And keep in mind, guys, the meta for top tier isn't going to change tomorrow. It is still going to be whoever carries more Fox 3s with a more advanced radar is going to win. And you guys can't deny it, the Hornet has that advantage. It is going to be very hard to come into the game with the Hornet not being superior to a lot of aircraft in a lot of ways. Anyways, make sure to let me know what your guys' thoughts are on the F-18. Is it going to be game-changing, game-breaking, or is it just going to be DOA? Again, big shout-out to Swoozy for the clips, for the footage, for the video in the background. And I would really appreciate it if you guys subscribed. Only about 5% of my viewers are currently subscribed, and it means a lot to me, and it helps out the channel a ton. Anyways, Discord will be linked down below, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.